Next Sunday, you have never seen an American Music Awards lineup bigger than this. Beyonce, Kanye West, Rihanna, Coldplay, Alicia Keys, and many more with performances. And the winners are all decided by you. Jimmy Kimmel hosts the 2008 American Music Awards Sunday, November 23rd at 8, 7 Central on ABC. As we approach the midway point of today's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season finale, there are the two drivers who could take home the championship today. Happenings with either of them. Well, for Carl Edwards on the right, he's about to lock up the bonus points for leading the most laps in this race.
Well, they give him a list, and he's going to work on it, isn't he? Take the lead the most laps, win the race, and that's what he's doing.
And as for Jimmy Johnson, started 30th. You see he's running 9th.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought Jimmy Johnson would end up about there today, and he has done a great job of getting that car up into the top 10. He's been very solid, but I'll tell you what, Carl Edwards is doing everything within his powers to win that championship.
Guys, right now, Carl Edwards just dominating this race. Like you said, about to lock up the lead, the most laps and everything. And one thing I must add right now, hey, this thing isn't over because nobody's fell out of this race yet. If Johnson has a problem, blows a motor, he can lose his championship. So still got to drive careful, still got to hit his marks.
A little race going on here between Denny Hamlin in the 11 and Tony Stewart in the 20. Joe Gibbs Racing teammates for 3rd spot. Got to be impressed with the drive of Tony Stewart on this day after what has been a somewhat disappointing season, and certainly a season filled with a lot of news, Doc. Wouldn't it be something, I know I said this earlier, but wouldn't it be something to see him win just once more with Coach Gibbs and company?
Alan, it would be so emotional for Tony, and he talked this week when the media talked to him about, not only did Joe Gibbs teach him about how to build a great race team, he taught him about how to take care of people and treat people the way you want to be treated, which is a lesson he's going to take to his own team in 2009, the Stewart-Haas Motorsports effort.
Yeah, I'd have to say, Tony learned lessons just like I did when I had my time at Joe Gibbs Racing. There's a lot more to be gained there than just becoming a good race driver, getting in good cars. Tony was already that, but valuable life lessons that you can learn from that Gibbs family.
His teammate, the 18 car of Kyle Busch. Mike.
And Doc, we talked about how Kyle Busch was real unhappy with the handling. Well, this may be the reason why. This is the right rear tire they took off the car. It has 2 small puncture marks, and it's a very slow leak. I'll give you an illustration. There's the air coming out of it. You can see it's blowing up on this piece of paper right here. It's got that much pressure, and the air is still coming out of it. Caution on the racetrack for debris.
Second caution flag of the day. Turn 2, debris on the racetrack, and here on lap 140, NASCAR will wave the yellow flag again.
This will give these guys another opportunity to work on these cars. The track has cooled down quite a bit now. The sun has pretty much gone down here, so they can make some adjustments and see if anybody's going to have anything for Carl Edwards here today.
They can also make some adjustments right here, anticipating this cooler racetrack, what's going to happen. So this is actually a pretty good time for these guys.
There's Edwards, the leader. The car that really had struggled among the leaders in this little short run was the 44 car of David Rudiman. He had actually lost a couple of positions in the last 2 laps to Harvick and McMurray. So we'll see if he tries to get an adjustment on his 44 car. Edwards the leader, Reagan in 2nd spot, David Reagan, Hamlin in 3rd. And Reagan, Hamlin, and Tony Stewart, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, were all running right together on the racetrack.
They better watch that 11 car, Denny Hamlin. He's been on the march all day long. Got himself up in 3rd spot now.
So that'd be another opportunity for some strategy because they've only run about 10 laps.
Yeah, you see Bill Elliott was right behind Carl Edwards there. He will get the free pass to be back on the lead lap. Got to give us 21 cars on the lead lap.
Afraid to get too tired, man, and get back in traffic. There's a lot of racing left, too. We can do the same thing and do 4, but I bet you with only 10 laps, there's going to be a ton of guys that do 2.
Dave?
The 6 car of David Reagan just a little bit free. Thought maybe they should leave the car alone. Let's see if they take 2 or 4. They're going to go around to the left side as well for 4. Jimmy Johnson will take 4 tires. Just a slight air pressure adjustment. Really no balance change to the car, although he thought that set of tires might have been just a little bit off compared to the one before. Mike?
As you just heard the radio communication between Bob Osborne and Carl Edwards, there was some contemplation as to whether or not they should do 2 or 4 tires. It looks like they'll do right sides only in a way.
Edwards able to get off right with Hamlin right on his deck. There's the 18 coming out. 44 finally does get off of pit road. Jamie McMurray up 4 positions. Truex up 9 spots. Got to believe that was 2 tires on the 1 car. The 88 car struggled, lost several positions on pit road. We'll update Dale Earnhardt Jr. situation when we come back in just a moment.